Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here, welcome to another Travel Mole broadcast. And I'm delighted this morning to have a friend of mine who's not that far away, actually. We could have probably met face to face, but nevertheless, we're going to use technology. That's Ian Dockreay. He is in Horsham, I believe, and he is the top man at Equator Learning. Good morning, Ian.
Good morning. Good morning. And good morning to everybody.
Ian, tell me a little bit about Equator Learning. I think people know about online travel training, and most people that are going to be listening to this would be familiar with the types of product that are around in the market. But tell me, what do you provide?
Yeah, so Equator Learning primarily provides e-learning to travel agents throughout the world through our sister company, Travel Uni. We've got nearly 350,000 travel agents and tour operators throughout the world as our members. Equator Learning is the sort of the engine room. So we build all the different courses. We basically build bespoke courses for our clients. So when you look at a lot of our courses, you won't know we're involved. You'll really just see the main brand, be it as an example, New York or Abu Dhabi or whoever. And so we're sort of building those particular e-learning courses to train the travel agents on a destination, or it could be a product. We've been working with, as an example, Jumeirah for over 8 years, many thousands of people. And we work also with ABTA. We do all their online training and their e-learning for all their members, over 30,000 of their members. So it's a big operation, and we are global. So we do operate in over 60 countries. And one of the sort of areas I was very keen to develop the business on was education. So that was why we've actually explained what we've done recently with GTTP.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about GTTP. I'm not sure that everybody's read our press release and our story, but tell me a little bit more about what you've done, and if you like, the difference between education and training.
Sure. So GTTP is a global community. Again,
and what does GTTP stand for, Ian?
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. It's the Global Travel and Tourism Partnership.
Right.
And it started off in the very early days. I think it's been going for about over 10 years now. I think it was initially founded by some of the senior management of American Express. And they have brought together a group of like-minded large global corporations such as Marriott, Amadeus, IHG, and others to provide free training to the 16 to 19-year-old category of youngsters or pupils that are keen and interested to find out more about working in the hospitality and travel industry. So how we got involved was they were not really able to get out there to all the different markets they wanted to get to. So we provided the technology for them to do so. So the difference between training and education is, in this particular case, it's educating youngsters who are pre the travel industry. We're hoping that they'll come into it, which obviously there's a dire need for more and more people to come in and fill up all those jobs that seem to have been vacated over the last few years.
Very good. And has this initiative been in a post-COVID world, or had the talk started before that? I mean, is it COVID where obviously the entire industry is short of staff that know what they're doing and have some semblance of knowledge of the industry? Has that been the initiative?
Interestingly, we started with GTTP just ahead of that time. We've been with them about 4.5 years now, so just preceded the pandemic. And they came to us saying, look, we want to be able to get out to a much bigger number of youngsters throughout the world. And obviously us being a global, e-learning education and training company, we said, yes, that's what we do. It's not the market that we currently engage with, but we work together to build that whole market to get out to, as I say, with we're up to now about 750,000 users throughout the world. There's 16 different regional directors for GTTP throughout the world. And they are able to work with local communities, local education authorities, governments, and so on, to get what I would call introductory courses to travel out to youngsters literally throughout the world, and delivered in so many different ways, but with the basis being online.
You say online, is that basically is a cloud-based system with multilingual cloud-based system?
Yeah, that's what we've always provided to the travel community. So yes, you're right. We work in many different languages. In this particular case, we've started off currently with the English language throughout the world. It covers many of the developing nations, obviously, in Africa and the Caribbean and in Asia and elsewhere. But we distribute in many different ways. As an example, because we work with so many different educational establishments like schools and so on, many of them in say Southern Africa are not necessarily able to provide all the technology to access. So we provide the course materials to the teachers, as an example. They can come online and they can download the information, and then they can distribute in the good old way called paper to their pupils, who very often just don't have any kind of technology at all. Understandably, they're very poor communities. But they're the ones, obviously, that need to learn about tourism to get to get travellers coming to their countries and build their economies, or rebuild their economies in many cases.
Yeah, that's very good. So, I mean, the work must have been very comprehensive to go, if you like, from a paper-based system right up to a cloud-based system, which presumably you could, if you had the technology, you could download on your phone.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's downloadable in any screen, screen size. But the complication was then, basically creating different areas for the educators that they could access, and then they could let the regional manager or regional director know what kind of delivery system they needed to get it out to as many of the pupils as possible. So yeah, we had to look at all the different facets, going right from paper right up to in many parts of Asia, as you know, the Chinese communities use a completely different system, which is it's a very different system to what we use in the West. So again, we've had to look at how we deliver in throughout Asia as well.
Oh, very good. Very interesting projects, I would think. Well, Ian, thank you very much. I do appreciate your time. I wish you the very best of luck in the rollout with this education, and indeed with your bread and butter products with destinations and hotel groups.
Thank you very much.
And I'll speak to you again soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Graham. All the best.